Well, listen, we are back with the talented Lauren Chantal, and we are talking about her exhibition, Plant Babies, that will be showcasing from tomorrow at the Yard in the Silo District. And she's now also joined by Joe Skelton from Flourish Plant Studio to share some insightful tips on plant care for those who'd love to inject more life into their homes. Joe, it's great to have you join us.
Thank you.
Oh, I love the plants that you have brought along. Talk to me through some of them and what makes them so great for adding them to a living space.
Well, I think I chose these just because they're very decorative. These two are calatheas. They're from the same family, and as you can see, they're colourful and they have patterns, and yeah. And then Begonia rex, which is a fairly easy care plant. It's also just beautiful, and they come, every single one is so completely different. This is a forest cactus, which means you can keep it indoors in the shade. It's a rhipsalis. And this is an air plant. It's not even planted in anything.
Ah.
Yeah, so that's about as easy as they get.
Oh, wow. Because I think for a lot of us, you know, you bring a plant into your home and you don't always know what environment they look for. Is that something you can help people with if they come to Flourish Plant Studio and be like,
Yes.
my lounge doesn't get direct sunlight, what plant can I add to it?
Yeah, well, that's exactly what we do. We go in, have a look at the space and the light and the conditions and find out whether the person is, as you say, needs portion control, like water's too much, or is just a neglectful plant parent. And you take it from there and choose things that are easy for them and will suit the space.
And fits the individual's lifestyle, because I
Yeah.
think there's nothing worse than bringing a beautiful plant into your space and then seeing it die.
No, for
now,
sure.
Lauren, you take a lot of inspiration from plants. I mean, your exhibition is called Plant Babies. There will also be a walkabout. Tell me more about that.
Sure. So there are 26 paintings on the show. Some of them are abstracts, and there are lots of different plants in one painting. But there are 18 of them that are absolutely single planties. And I thought, just to give more to the people who have taken the time to come, wouldn't it be lovely to add the dimension of a kind of a plant law or plant exchange? And that's why I thought it would be brilliant to get Joe to come through. So what we're going to do is we're going to walk from painting to painting, and Joe's going to tell people a little bit about the painting in the portrait and how to care for it. So we give you a small little example here that this is a painting of a silver sword, and then Joe's brought a silver sword. So you can see the sort of inspiration for the painting, and then maybe you want to tell people how to look after a silver sword, and we'll get a taste of the walkabout.
So how would you look after a silver, like, would this be worrisome, the fact that the leaf is changing color, or is that completely normal?
You know, to some degree, all plants lose leaves and have leaves that die. They're living things. But yes, I would be slightly worried. Let me just come around. I think these are philodendrons, which are pretty easy care, but they like humid conditions. So you would spray with water regularly, or if you can, water when the top of the soil is dry. You just feel with your finger. And they like fairly medium to bright light. And yeah, humidity, as I said. Otherwise, easy.
Easy peasy.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like you make it sound easy. For someone that is looking at bringing some plants into their home, what are some of the things they need to keep in mind?
Plants need light, so if you have absolutely no natural light, you should stick with fakes probably, because they're not going to last. There are a few that might, but it's tricky. Then they need water to survive, and a good plant mix, so a good potting soil. And don't overwater. I think that's the key thing. So when the soil is damp, that's probably fine for most houseplants, but not wet and soggy.
See, that's my problem. I overwater the plants and then they don't like me. Lauren, your exhibition, Plant Babies, if there's one thing you would love people to take away from it, what would that be?
Wow, I think people should be free, and they should take what they want to take away. But I would like to just share that everyone has had an experience of nature in some way. So think about how that makes you feel, how plants make you feel, and then carry that positivity with you through the day.
Oh, amazing. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Joe, thank you for being here. Of course, do go and visit Flourish Plant Studio, and make sure you catch Lauren's exhibition, Plant Babies, at the Yard in the Silo District from tomorrow until the 9th of March. It's absolutely free, and you have to go and look at it.